Hi guys, it's Milner here at BetVictor. Not in the lovely, shiny, graphic-filled offices. I'm here at home slaving away over the phone book. I'm trying to find the fine people at WeLoveBetting.co.uk, a few winners. And we'll start with Newbury. Fantastic day racing. Fantastic day for jump fans in particular. Warwick, Naas and Newbury. We'll start with Newbury. We'll start with the 4-year-old juvenile hill that starts the card. Calipto's a 2-zone favourite, and he'd be very hard to beat for Paul Nicholls. And Darryl Jacob taking the ride. He was well backed on his British debut after finishing second in France and beat a very strong field. Nicky Henderson's Dowland has a similar profile to the likes of Grom, Douay, and a lot of Nicky Henderson's juvenile hurdlers. He's come out and won twice since in behind him was something chinned at 101 in jumpers both at Kempton. Calipto spanked him and a few others, and he goes unpenalised for that win and should be very difficult to beat. That's reflected in his price, so he's 2-zone. And those wanting to nick a bit of value, we should really back him for 10-1 for the Triumph Hurdle. He's non-run a free bet. If he doesn't turn up, you get a money back as a free bet on day of the race, on Gold Cup day. And although, it's hard to find any form of case to oppose him in the field, justification was very smart for Aidan O'Brien on the flat racer, I think in the hundreds by Monsieur. He should appreciate the testing going. He finished third on his novice hurdle debut in Ireland. He's subsequently been snapped up by the Moors, and if anyone's going to give him a race, it looks to be him. But I don't want to do a 1-2 shot, so we'll leave the race alone. But if you like Calipto, back him at 10-1 for the Triumph Hurdle with BetVictor, because he's only going to shorten. The 150 is a 3-mile handicap hurdle, and it's a very strong renewal of the race with horses using it as a springboard to higher honours. I think a couple of subsequently run in the World Hurdle and the likes, if not 100, leading up to 150 rated horses. Top weight is Petita, Philly Hobbs, with Chris Davis taking off 7. That's been running in very competitive handicaps throughout the season on bottomless ground, and he should give another good account. Davis is a very useful £7 claim. He won on horizontal speed in a nice novice hurdle for the stable last month, and we copped a lovely Trixie on here. With Emma Williams having a double on the card down there. I think he's the only danger to Emma Lavell's Andy Kelly, who was very unfortunate to finish second last time out. I think Gavin Sheehan didn't give him the best of rides. He tried to leave it as late as possible. I don't think he does much in front. He ended up finishing second, losing by a neck, but the pair pulled 10 lengths clear. He's gone up £7 for that, but the third's come out. Kilmurphy has finished third in a 1 handicap, beating half a length. He won well, and he won his novice hurdle really well over 2.5. Just did nothing but stay. He's always looked like he's been crying out for 3 miles. He still goes for a mark of 130, but I think that seriously underestimates him. He will be a chaser in type, and he's only a 5-year-old, but 3 miles on bottomless ground shows, so he's down to the ground. He's 7-2 with us at BetVictor. He's the joint favourite with the JP Manasson, John Joe O'Neill training upswing, who fell last time out, but he doesn't look very reliable. He's going to get over back because McCoy's on it, and people are going to assume a JP gamble. Andy Kelly looks at 1 for me with Gavin Sheehan taking up a useful £3. The next race is a race very close to my heart. It's the Denman Chase, known as the Iron Chase. Since its inception in 2000, Paul Nicholls has won 8 of 13 renewals. Koto Star and Denman both won this race on route to win the Gold Cup. I don't think there's any Gold Cup horse in the race, but Silviniaco Conti won it last year before falling. He was tanking the race. He would have beat Bobsworth, though, let's be honest. 7-2 for the Gold Cup. Bobsworth 9-4 favourite. No bet. And those who think Paul Nicholls is going to have another winner will be tempted with Alpha off. He's currently a 13-8 favourite. 12's for the Gold Cup, no bet. And 6-1 non-run a free bet for the Ryanair. That is one of our worst liabilities on our entire anti-post book, so we need that beaten. And I think he will get beat. There's 2 to take him on out of the field. Katenko and Harry Topper both should love the ground. I know Alpha Ross by Damalco, they should love the ground, but they won't like as much as Katenko and Harry Topper. Harry Topper needs it as wet as humanly possible. His hooves should be wearing wellies. He wants it that deep. He was third in a very... I think it was a good renewal of the Argento Chase at Cheltenham. And if you look, he jumps poorly would be an understatement. But he does jump terribly, and the fact they're omitting the first 2 fences on both circuits will help him no end. It's heavy ground. He's got less onus on jumping. And I think 130 looks a fantastic price for Kim Bailey. He was really he was impressive here when beating Beneficent in the graduation chase here last season. Beneficent going on to win the Choosing Novices chase, and he's currently the 92nd favourite for the Ryanair. QCAD 3-1, but he's not going to run. He'll be in the Gold Cup. Beneficent will go off and win the Ryanair. You're here first. And similarly, Katenko looks the only danger to the pair of them. He's the 5-2 second favourite, but he's been disappointed since falling in the Hennessy. 4th at Aintree and 4th Weatherby since. I mean, he looks. I just don't think he's too reliable. He looks a bit of a bridle horse, and he's asked for anything. He's struggled. Again, Venetia Williams horses are running really well. They do suit the ground, but you'd have to struggle. You don't even want to be backing a horse that shirks away from a battle. Like all Harry Topper does is battle. He's all guts. He's still a 7-year-old. Kim Bailey says he's a big baby, and he will grow up into a proper staying chaser in time. We're hoping that Saturday proves his day where the baton is passed, and hopefully the 50-1 you get on that for the Gold Cup. Because if he does turn up and it's a bog, he should ring to a place for the Kim Bailey team, Evergreen Kim Bailey team, and Harry Topper. The Game Spirit Chase won by Sprinter Sacre 2 years ago, en route to winning the Arkle, and Dodgy Bullets is bidding to do that as a novice for Paul Nicholls. He's a 6-4 favourite, and he's won 3 from 3, including winning at Cheltenham last time out. But I don't know if it's just me. I don't really like him. He's a 6-year-old now. He was well targeted when finishing down the field in the Triumph Hurdle a couple of years ago. He suits Cheltenham. I don't think he suits Newbury, and the track should suit Raya Star, who looks to run a big price at 7-1, 25-1 for the Arkle as well. Port Alan King's coming back from a virus, and they've had a couple of runners in the week. Batonnier looked good when finishing down the field behind Una Artiste, and similarly Valdez ran in a very nice novice chase, lightning rod novice chase at Doncaster. I think they've turned the corner, and he looks to value at 7-20 in a 6-runner field. Tom George has Majala and Module 4th in the Peterborough Chase, form behind Captain Chris, Champion Court, and the winner Riverside Theatre. And if he does reappear with that level of form, he's going to be hard to beat. Although Tom George has always said he's a 3-miler, so I'd be tempted to take him on with take the pair on at 6-4 and 2-1. That's just me. The feature of the Betfair Hurdle. Paul Nicholls doesn't run Irving. I'm sorry for tipping that up in the week. He's a non-runner. He does have Far West and Irish Saint. Irish Saint, very impressive at Ascot last time out. Only goes under a £5 penalty, even though he should be about 10 for that. And similarly, Far West, although he chased on Melodic Rendezvous on debut, disappointed since, but he was second in a Triumph Hurdle. Where Rolling Star, the Nicky Henderson trained original favourite, disappointed. And so them two are respected. But I'm going to pick 2 against the field here at big prices who should love the ground. That's Chris P. Green for the Gary Moore team, who know how to win the race. Won the race in 2008 and 2009. This horse was 4th in a Ladbroke Hurdle at Ascot in December, and has got very good form in 4-year-old and 5-year-old. The 5-year-old's got a fantastic record in the race, which is why the likes of Rolling Star, Far West, Irish Saint, and Smashing have all been backed in the week. But Chris P. Green looks very overpriced at 25-1, and similarly, David Pipe's mare, Swing Bowler. If you remember, she's out of Lady Cricket. She won a very nice handicap New Year's Day 2013 at Musselburgh, en route to finishing 3rd in this last year behind Cotton Mill and My Tent Not Yours. She looks to be overpriced at 20-1 for a mare who loves conditions. She loves getting her toe in, and she will probably use this as a stepping stone to the Mare's Hurdle. She's 16-1, non-runner free bet for the Mare's Hurdle, and I'd advise getting a few quid on her at the prices to chase on Quavega, given that not many horses are going to turn up on the first day of the Cheltenham Festival. Take the Wonder Mare on. The 3-mile, extended 3-mile novice chase doesn't look a great renewal on paper, only 4 runners, but it's fantastic. When you look through it, Mendip Express has been touted as a potential 4-miler for the Harry Fry team. It's 7-1 favourite for the 4-mile of the National Hunt Chase, but has got competition with Sam Winnett and Smad Place. Smad Place has been well backed in his prize fights put it for the RSA Chase, 10-1 for the RSA Chase, but then again Sam Winnett is to me 14-1 for the RSA Chase and 10-1 for the National Hunt Chase. I really think Smad Place, if he's got any form of chance winning the RSA, he's got to win this against horses. That should be done for a bit of toe. He's had a nice break since winning Exeter last time out. He unseated on his Chase debut, but he's been placed in 2 world hurdles, rated 148, and he should, providing the Alan King stable are over the little virus that stopped him for the past month or so, he should win this en route to much better things. I don't know whether he's just such a. I don't know whether he has a potential to win a Grade 1. Being the fact he's a 7-year-old, he's flat-bred, French-bred, Irish, proper, tough National Hunt Irish-bred horses generally thrive in the race. But I think he should be good value about the 6-4 mark to beat the pair of Mendy Betfair and Sam Winner. Over at Warwick, it's a mixed bag. This was a very good card last year, and it's kind of disappointing to see that the Mares Hurdle only has 5 runners. The 2-mile novice chase was won last year by Majala when he beat Fago. That's only got a few runners as well. Border Success reappears for Alan King after a bit of a time out. He was hyped as a Markle horse, but we're happy to lay him. He's 25-1. But this horse has got a decent rate in terms of prestige. Void Porestedes won this race for Alan King before winning the Arkle. Phineas Rainbow won this before finishing second. Long Run won this before being a beaten favourite in the RSA. So anything that comes out of this will be respected. Boulder Success is favoured for me, but Brick Red was impressive last time out for the, again, ever-conquering Venetia Williams stables. That will be taking to take it on, but I'd leave the race alone if I were you. If you're impressed by something, back it with us. No more a free bet for the Arkle, although I'd say a lot of the horse in there wouldn't really be up to it on the bare form. Persian Snow has got a good chance in the 2.5 mile handicap chase. Glens Melody should win the Mares Hurdle with David Casey coming over for Willie Mullins. Last time he was here, he fell on Rathvinden and he fell on Vesper Bell, so Mr. Casey will be hoping for better things. And if I was going to have a bet on the card, it would have to be coupling Tickety Burr and Bohemian Rhapsody in the opening 2-mile handicap hurdle. Bohemian Rhapsody's been well backed on his 3 starts of a hurdles this term. Third last time in a warm race at Doncaster when the ground dried out for him. He wants it bottomless. He'll get it bottomless. And similarly, the mare Tickety Blur, it runs first time into a handicap after winning a nice novice hurdle. When the Alan King stable weren't firing, she runs with a mark of 1:15, and she looks to have a very good claims. But like I said, Bohemian Rhapsody could be a danger. It's been back 3 times. It's going to get ground. And if you're going to have a bet in the race, I'd be very much tempted to couple the pair of them. The 3.25 mile novices chase. There was one last year by Godsme Judge, who went and finished 4th in the National Hunt Chase and then won the Scottish National. Alan King likes to send a horse here that he likes, and he runs Midnight Prayer in the 4:25. It's got to have a fantastic chance in the race. It's top rated, coming out 135, second last time out, unseated the time before. We're looking at a likely winner. And providing he wins this, it looks like he's going to run the same route as Godsme Judge. He's 25-1 for the National Hunt Chase, and he probably have a crack at that before trying to go for the Scottish National again. Another one for the Kings in terms of staying chasers. Godsme Judge 25-1. No one a free bet on 5 places for the National. And I think he's got good claims this year, providing the ground stays good. I'll throw you with 2 more just at the end before we go. The 5-year-old Levant Danton, this was hyped up as Lee Doyle's champion bumper horse after winning impressively. I think it beat Blackmail and Moyle Park, and it had the form for bumpers in Ireland. Finished 7th in the champion bumper, 3rd on its reappearance behind the well-touted Mullins horse Dane King and Waxing Dangle. It clouted the second last before, otherwise it looked for the life at a winner. The stable at 5. That should win the opening 2 mile novice hurdle. And similarly, Tarla, Willie Mullins' mare, she can put the odd clangering, but she looks good value around the even money mark to win the mare's chase in the 145. So I hope we found a few winners there, and if not, go and send me a whirl of abuse at JGM Sports on Twitter. In the meantime, for all your betting needs, go to betvictor.com. Cheers.